Although it is not officially summer, it feels like summer, which means we are going to start all of our summer projects. We just had 2 very large pieces of equipment dropped off here this morning, and we have a crew showing up bright and early tomorrow morning to start ripping up the property. Jeremy has big plans to rip up the yard, completely redo it, so this is going to be a really fun week. But it also means that I have a 1 day to get my summer garden planted, so I'm going to do that today, and then it's chaos. Chaos for the rest of the week.
I can't wait. So excited to see this machinery here on property. We have a number of land contouring and landscaping projects that are going to be happening here on the property over the next couple of weeks. Really large projects, in fact. The first of which, starting tomorrow morning, is going to be a large boulder retaining wall that we're setting up here on our, I guess, the side yard of our home. Everything really slopes off back behind me toward the garden and orchard, and our goal is to get this area next to the house as level as we possibly can. So for that, we are going to be excavating along these stakes and the string line that is set behind me here. We're going to use that as a guide to dig down, take all of this lower material, dump it on the high side of the retaining wall, which should get everything leveled off near the house. We're going to soften that up by adding some little planting areas within the retaining wall itself so we can incorporate some ground cover, some trees, maybe some shrubs. And then beyond that, we have some additional cleanup that's going to be done, and the start of our very large pond project, which I'm so excited for. This place has looked like a workspace for the last 5 years. It's finally time to start beautifying it and turning it into our dream landscape. All right, Mama, where to begin?
I guess bed 1.
Bed number 1.
Last year we added so much soil that we don't actually need to add any compost this year, which is great, but we do need to fluff it because it got really compacted last gardening season and through the winter. So Jeremy has this cool little tiller that hooks onto his weed whacker, and he's just fluffing the soil, and then we will get all of our seeds in.
Oh, that's nice. You're a golden retriever. What kind of golden retriever doesn't like the water?
Jeremy got all of the soil fluffed, and now we are going to figure out where we're going to be putting everything. The kids are out here to help us with our seed, and I'm so excited to be getting this garden in. Now, we decided to take a little break this afternoon because this was our first 80-something degree day, and baby got pretty hot, so we went inside and hid, but we're back out. It's golden hour. We're going to get it done. Oh, we're gonna get crazy. Should we make it green beans? Be all rebels?
Whatever you want.
Rebels.
Make it tomatoes.
Okay, let's see what we got.
So ordinarily we'd get our seed in the ground much earlier, but last year we ran into a bunch of problems. Our last frost date here in this area, I think, is May 19th, but last year we had frost well into June, so we held off and waited pretty much as long as we could. It's a very short growing season here, so it was about time that we prioritize this.
Wait.
On the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God is close.
How many did you do?
And he walks with me, and he talks with me. And he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry.
Nice job. Nice job.
Has ever has ever known.
So it's an extremely beautiful but also very early morning for us here, and as you can make out behind us, work has already begun on the large boulder retaining wall that we're getting set up in the side yard.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to see them completely ripping up the yard, but it's good to hear work happening again. We had a wonderful little break with this guy, and it's good. We got to be productive.
So we're only about an hour or so into getting this work completed back here. They're making some tremendous progress. You can see that on this far end here, they've dug down approximately 4 feet. That's just what's being dictated by the lay of the land. All that fill dirt is ending up above where our boulder wall is going to be. As they continue on in this general direction here, that boulder wall may taper down slightly. The lay of the land, the terrain is just kind of dictating that. So happy to see the progress that's being made. They're going to maintain a slight funnel on the low end of that boulder wall. As if you guys will remember, this past spring we had a big snow melt off, and this area back here below where the wall is going becomes essentially a tiny little stream. We want to make sure that we keep all that moisture funneled and draining off in the proper direction. So only an hour in, a lot of progress to be made. I'm getting excited. I'm slowly seeing things take shape here. Hello, Mama. What do you think?
That is a lot of dirt. I didn't even know there was that much dirt in that area. That's incredible.
Yeah, so we were concerned that we weren't going to have enough material to move over and actually level off that side yard, but in looking at it now, they're trying to reassure me that it should be enough. Otherwise, we're going to have to find another spot here on the property to rob.
This is going to be a big rock wall.
It's going to be a big wall.
Tall.
Yeah, I think it's going to look really good though. I'm excited about it. Very pumped.
It's going to look amazing.
Just before you go to sleep, I wanna tell you a few things. Treat a stranger just the same as the ones with your last name. There'll be a boy who'll break your heart, but you'll look back and thank the stars. When you cross and look both ways, believe in every word you say. There's time to get going, the way it's showing. This world is yours and mine. Change is coming, so let the sun in. Life's running right, life's running right on time.
Okay, so the guys have left for the day. We have a massive mound of soil here. We have a serious trench here. I'm feeling a little nervous because this is not what I thought it was going to look like at the end of day one. I'm not seeing the vision. All I see is a big hole and a big mountain.
It's because we're not doing the work. That's the reason. No, it'll look good in the end. I'm happy with the progress that was made today. Step one in what's going to be a lot of work that gets done around here in the next few weeks.
I'm just crossing my fingers this turns out.
It'll look good. A lot of dirt.
I'm a very busy wife and mother of 5, from newborn all the way up to an adult child. So I'm always trying to keep them healthy and have them eat everything green under the sun. But it turns out that our family is more of a gummy vitamin kind of family. But all of the traditional gummy vitamins that I used to feed them are seriously lacking, and they're really high in sugar. But thankfully we found Grunes. Now Grunes gummies not only taste great, which is extremely important to my family and probably all the families out there, but it is also a very convenient and comprehensive formula wrapped into 8 little gummies. Now it's not just a greens vitamin or a probiotic or a multivitamin, it's all of the things wrapped into one at a fraction of the price. So most generic vitamins only offer like 7 to 9 different vitamins, but with Grunes you get 20 different vitamins and minerals plus 60 whole food ingredients. They have no artificial colors or flavors, but somehow they still taste like fruit snacks, which makes them perfect for the whole family. Now my kids are really into the gummies too. It's not just Jeremy. So Groons actually makes a kid formula called the Groons Cubs because they're bears and they're for little bears. And they offer the same all-in-one comprehensive nutrition gummies with over 21 essential vitamins for development and over 60 whole food ingredients to support immunity, brain development, and developmental growth. Plus they actually look forward to this little daily treat. So if you have been finding those generic vitamins or the green powders lacking or just really difficult to take because you think they're gross, definitely give Groons a try. You guys are going to absolutely love these. All you have to do is click the link down below and you can get up to 52% off, which is huge.
As you can see behind me, things are getting off to a very quick start for day 2 on our retaining wall project. We were awakened this morning by the dump truck dropping off all of those large brown boulders, which I actually really like. I think they'll work out well for our retaining wall. They're just big, blocky, and a color that suits the area, sort of matches the house. So excited to see the progress on that. The guys have continued on with some dirt work this morning. They're actually starting the process of getting that side yard built up and leveled off. Also, all of these large boulders are being moved over by the excavator, which you can maybe see behind me here. Today's gonna be a very busy day. Not only do we have all of this work going on, but my dad is showing up from out of state to meet baby Micah for the first time. So we're excited about that as well, long overdue. Get to spend some really good quality family time together. But at the same time, we do have a lot that's happening here.
We're gonna have to measure this.
When we installed the gutters on the house, we ran a 4-inch ABS pipe through the ground so that we could divert the water from the roof away from the house. Well, now that pipe is not long enough, so they are extending it and they're going to either run the pipe behind or in front of the stone wall. I'm not totally sure yet, but they're working on that right now. And then they can run the water down the hillside. So once they get the pipe in place, we can start focusing on that stone wall.
Oh, these guys are rolling out the red carpet, except it's not carpet and it's not red. It is some black landscape fabric filter cloth. I don't know exactly what it is you call it. It's going to be supporting all the gravel that they're going to put down to give them a little leeway as far as positioning all of our boulders. Also, it'll offer up some drainage so we don't get a bunch of moisture buildup beneath and behind our boulder wall. This will be the last step that needs to be accomplished before we start setting some boulders. Looks like my Padre is here. You ready to meet Grandpa? Mm-hmm.
He's ready.
Ready to meet Grandpa?
That's all that here. It's like the whole basketball team, no?
Are you gonna wake up?
He definitely looks like somebody.
For the better part of the afternoon, we have been inside having some grandparent time and just bonding that way, and we just poked out here and we wanted to see what the guys were up to. So they got a lot of that fill dirt moved up and they're leveling off the side yard. They're getting the drainage rock in place, and now they're starting to work on the big stone wall.
Yeah, they got about half of that bottom row set in place. There's a lot of artistry that's involved with building this boulder retaining wall. They're having to move everything over, they plop it down, they manipulate it, twist it, flip it, do whatever needs to be done. It's a big jigsaw puzzle that of course doesn't fit perfectly, but so very impressed with all the work they've gotten done so far. So you can see that these guys are using a different variety of different rock sizes here. We got some larger boulders, 2 foot by 2 foot, 3 foot by 3 foot, and then some smaller filler rocks. The goal with this entire rock wall is to make it look as natural as we possibly can, which is the reason I'm going to try to soften it up with some landscaping. The color matches the surrounding area great. There's a lot of grays, blues, and then primarily browns, which matches the house, which is very important to us. So they're gonna keep plugging away. We have little gaps between some of the larger boulders because I just requested again that we make it look as natural as possible. These guys are out here doing a great job, kicking butt. It's a very warm day too.
Look at that. Look at that. You get the soft touch like that. Heave it. Oh, nice. Look at that. That was a good one.
So another full morning of work. These guys are making tremendous progress. We have basically a couple of rows that are set up at this point, and it's looking good to my liking. Dad, what do you think?
It's good.
It's good?
It's good.
Could we have done this?
No. I don't even know what these rocks weigh, but it's a lot.
It's looking good though. So this may very well end up being the final load of stone that we get dumped here. You'll see that in this final load, maybe the final load. We have some large boulders, the last of the large boulders, and then there's a whole separate pile or mixed in pile of 3, 4, 5, 6 inch rock, which you're gonna use to just fill in gaps here and there, helping us to achieve that really natural look.
There's a fire burning deep in my soul. There's a fire burning out of control. Already decided, no running and hiding. Still feel the sand in between my toes.
Look at Ludo up there, supervising as we go.
These holes and one step after the other. So I'll take another, and another when I go, with a fire burning deep in my soul.
Well, the guys have left for the weekend, so that means we have a little bit of free time, and we only have one more day left with the grandparents. So I think we should probably get the horses out.
Get my dad a cowboy out, maybe?
I don't know. We'll see if I can get myself to cowboy up. But I have not been on a horse since I got pregnant with Micah, and it's definitely time. I've been waiting to heal, and I think it's time.
Get back up on that horse, Mama. You gonna hop on a horse?
No.
What?
No.
No horse riding for you?
No horse riding for me.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No. I'll hold the baby. I'm not getting on a horse. He's not gonna kill Papa. All right? Not like those big animals.
All right. Starting with the old guy. We're going with be an old guy for me, okay? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, graceful. How's your uterus?
So far, so good. That's what he thinks. All right, Blue. Be nice now.
Have fun, Mama. Don't fall.
Okay. Just as I started feeling like we were settling into some kind of a groove and figuring out our new normal, we start this whole new messy project ripping up the only yard we have just in time for summer. Now I know that it will be beautiful once it's completed,
but right now it adds a bit of chaos to our already busy days. Over the past 5 years, we have jumped from one big project into the next. So maybe it is chaos that we seek. But in reality, we are building a dream. Or maybe this day-to-day dance is the dream.
How's it feel?
Feels good.
Back
Good.
up on that horse.
Back in the saddle. I don't know how that song goes, but I'm back in the saddle again anyway. Thanks to Blue. Tried him true Blue.
I suppose the house was never really the final goal. It was always to build a life out here together. Days of working hard, playing hard, and growing closer. So even when it's loud, and my floors are a mess, and my hands are full, we enjoy this beautiful chaos that we create.
You look good. Just go with it.
Are my boobs bouncing?
No, you look good.
Because it's full and it's happy. One day, the yard will be perfect. My floors will be clean, and maybe when we look around, it might even be quiet. That future gets closer every single day. And honestly, I am in no rush to get there. I love today.
Boy, come on, Disney's boy.
I love the life that we've created. The one that we have right here, right now. With the dust, the noise, the chaos, all of it.